So there's 4 3mm screws in total, 2 on this side and 2 on the other side. Let's go ahead and get them removed. Once you have these 4 screws removed, what I like to do is lift up the trolley handle and then use this to pull on it. Now with the trolley handle removed, the top cover assembly is held on by 8 3mm screws. So let's go ahead and remove those. With those screws removed, we can go ahead and lift the cover off. Now keep in mind that there's going to be some cables connecting the cover to the wheel. So make sure when you lift up, you can come in here and there is a white clip for you to, a latch for you to release, and then you can pull off the head of the cable.
Now in order to replace the power button, the first thing we gotta do is remove the front handle. So the front handle is held on by 6 screws, 3 on each side, and they are 4mm head screws. Now there's 2 on the front and 1 on the side. With those 6 screws removed, we can go ahead and remove the front handle. Now keep in mind that the logo light will be here as well, and then it'll be left hanging. That is okay, but now the front handle is removed. Now to replace the power button, we're going to go ahead and remove these 4 Phillips screws. And with that, we can lift the board out of the way. So here we can trace these cables. Black plug right here. There you go. And with that out of the way, we have our power board. Now to reinstall the power board, we're going to go ahead and secure the 4 Phillips screws first, making sure that the light sensor is facing the left side of the wheel. I'm going to grab our 4 Phillips screws. Now we're just going to lightly place these so that we can make sure that they all thread in without issue. And then we'll tighten them down all together. Once they're all in place, we're going to tighten them down. Just making sure that it's snug. Okay. That we're going to make sure we connect our cables back together. So you got one here at the front that's nice and short. This one connects to the board right there, and then we're going to connect the second one to the battery, making sure these cables don't get crossed. These are the communication cables to turn on the battery packs. Then we got a far one here that connects to this blue and white cable, which is the Ride Connect. Make sure that the cables don't get pinched anywhere. We're going to make sure that we place them properly. And then last but not least, we have this black cable that comes all the way to this black port on the main board. And that way this power board, it connects to the driver board, the main board, and the 2 batteries to power all the devices on when you hit the power button. Now to install the front handle, we're going to grab our logo light and buzzer. We're going to make sure that the wires are fed so they don't get pinched. Now there is a slot here in the front handle, so this is where the logo light goes, and it's a bit of a fit, so you can actually leave it in there and it'll stay there in place. And then what you'll want to do is make sure that your cables don't touch, and then you can insert this onto the wheel. And it should click into the right place, and once it is, we'll put on the 4 screws in the front and then 2 at the top. So you grab your 4mm hex screws. They are all the same length, so you don't have to worry about matching up the right or wrong screws. And we're just going to lightly thread them in, get all the screws into place, and then we'll tighten everything down. Now when you're doing this, you do want to make sure up here that if you had put all your cables properly, that you're not putting any on between the battery and the handle. you want them all into this hole here so that we can clear them when we put on the top cover and we don't pinch any wires when we screw on the front handle. Okay. Now with this hole right here, you have to make sure that it's lined. Right now there's a gap, so it won't align, but if we press it in into a tight fit, this hole should line up perfectly. And there you have it. So now that this top bolt is in place, we're going to tighten this down. Just a hand tight, and then we'll do the front screws. Tight, and then just a quarter turn. There you go. Now let's do this side over here. So on this side again, we're going to throw this screw in. If this is perfectly aligned, this screw should go in just perfectly without any hassle. There you go. We can tighten this down and then we'll cinch up the front bolts. Once it's snug, you can see that this line is perfectly fit all the way at the top. Now when putting the top cover, you'll want to make sure you plug in the display cable, which is near the Ride Connect module at the back. With that clicked into place, we're going to put down our top cover while making sure that none of the cables are being pinched or have the ability to be pinched. With that in place, we'll put all of the screws lightly in first. Now that all the screws are in place, we're going to go and tighten them down one at a time. Now when you tighten them down, just make sure that the body line sits flush with the body, and this will make sure that you have the best eye aesthetic experience. Now lastly, we have the trolley handle. I'm going to place it in the groove and screw it down. With the 3mm screws, 4 of them. With that all done, you should be good to go and turn on your wheel.